important. I'm going to do that again. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Colorado Regional reoccurring training classes that I teach every Thursday at 11 a.m. Feel free to please save these links because it is the same link over and over again. However, the topics do change. So today we are going to discuss and go over the new agent sites. And forgive me, my name is Leslie Jackson. I am the regional tech trainer here for Colorado. I oversee and train all the market centers, tech trainers, and every single market center, and also deploy as much content to you on a weekly basis. So come and join me every Thursday at 11 a.m. And I am also a MAPS tech coach. So if you ever want to explore coaching and take your technology and your systems and models to the next level, reach out to me, Leslie Jackson at kw.com. I'm going to go ahead and change my KW regional name so that you can get my full name. It's Lesley. All right. Who here is excited about their agent sites? A thumbs up or wave of hands, a smile. Okay, cool. I love that. I love that you guys are interacting with me. It makes me feel so much better as a trainer. I am going to show you today how you can utilize and customize essentially your new agent site. I'm going to start from the very beginning and all the way to the very end. I'm going to also keep in mind that, and yet for you to keep in mind that since we do own our own technology, the functionality and command and every piece of tech that we have within our ecosystem, like our KW app, our KW command app, we're always building, we're always adding. So from today's lesson, we may look back like 2 years from now and think that this video is like, you know, the simplest video, and yet time has changed and we've added more functionality. So as you walk away from this teaching today, just know that there could be more that's going to be continuing to add on to your site. So this is just the beginning, so get excited. I'm going to go ahead and just grab my screen here. For those of you who are just joining us, welcome to your new agent site training. Looks like we have more people coming in. So give me 1 second and let me grab my screen. And of course, as I'm doing this, I'm closing out all the millions of tabs that I tend to have open. So 1 second. All right. So from here, oh, you can see my calendar. Hello, calendar. We're going to log into command. All right, 1 second. And then, you know, if you can think of something right now, what you want to learn today, go ahead and place it in the chat. Because I would like to know my audience. I'd like to know if you're brand new to the agent site, or are you already diving in, and are you looking for a particular type of functionality that you have yet to find? So any questions, comments, please feel free to add them in the chat so that I can get to you. Since I am a one-woman show today, if for any reason I don't see it, just because the chat box tends to hide, feel free to unmute yourself. Okay, so Tracy, thank you for sending me that message. You're somewhat new to the agent site. And then anybody else here that would like to learn specifics around their agent site today, place in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to just dive in. So I'm going to rearrange. Oh, Karen, I heard we need to save information we have listed in current website to bring it over to the new site. Okay, that's good. That's interesting. Good to know. And I like to talk about that. I'll touch on that. Ben, you said just made the switch and have not done much with it, but home value. So you're looking for perhaps a home value option. Okay, cool. Anybody else here that wants to add what they're looking for in today's session? Place in the chat. All right, here we go, guys. Excuse me. Just getting over a little cold. So left-hand side of the screen, I'm going to select that KW red logo. Just a real simple trick. That will pop out all the applets here in command, which will provide where you need to head. So right now I'm on the consumer applet, at the very end here of this list on the left side of my screen. Now that we are in this new agent site topic, what you're seeing right now is the result of me already upgrading my site. So if you have not yet upgraded your site, I would like to just shout out that if you do have any custom pages and you really love them and you want to save them and you want to save that content, what I advise for you before you upgrade is to copy and paste all of those custom pages to like a Word doc or somewhere you can just pull over that information, because what I'm about to teach you today is where you can add that. Another thing that I'd like to just bring it to attention to is prior to the upgrade, what I'd like for you to do is just do a quick check-in of what you already have on your legacy site. And what I mean by legacy just means the older site that you may still have. Anybody here in my audience have not upgraded or has not upgraded? Can you put in the chat for me so I know? So who here has not upgraded? Okay, so Tracy, anybody else? Karen. Oh, good. Okay, so this is great. Christine, Jim. All right. This is great. So you guys, this is a really great space to be in, because what I like for you to do is exactly that, is go to your site now, go through all your custom pages and take note what you like, what you didn't like, what you are really wanting to save. And then if you did write a ton of copy in any of your custom pages, I want to save you time. Go copy those custom pages to a Word doc, save them for a later date, because right now we cannot create custom landing pages. And yet I'm going to teach you a hack for that, just in case you still want to display those pages. Okay. All right. Who here has any questions so far? And if you're ready to upgrade your site right now and you're like, you know what, I can do without the pages that I had and I'm just ready to upgrade, then I suggest you upgrade. Over here on the top of the screen, you'll see my website, testimonials, and collections. This is what you're going to see. Over here on the right-hand side, it'll say upgrade my new website or upgrade to my new website. And you're just going to follow the prompts. Okay. Because I have already followed the prompts, what I like to point out is my screen is going to look different to you. So if you are wanting to sit in this training now to learn about the new sites, stay with me, because this is going to be recorded. And after you upgrade, you'll be able to go back and replay everything that I am about to teach you. Okay.
Leslie?
So, yes. Hi.
Hi. So are we going to get a recording of this if we did not register for it? Can we put our email in so we can get that recording?
Oh, yeah, that's a great question. So, sorry. And who am I speaking to?
Tracy.
Tracy. Hi, Tracy.
Hi.
These recordings are actually posted to the Colorado Regional YouTube page. So if you go to YouTube and just type in KW Colorado Region, you'll be able to find that link.
Oh,
Another way to find us is through Eventbrite. So if you just type in Eventbrite KW Colorado Region, you can follow us there, and all of my trainings and topics will be posted there, along with the regional calendar. The regional calendar is for every market center, and that regional calendar will display these links as well. So if for any reason you have a hard time finding my classes, again, like I said, just copy this link and paste it to your calendar for every Thursday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Cool?
thank
All right.
you.
You're welcome. Excuse me. Anybody else before I dive in? Okay. So here we are. It's a new look. I have already upgraded my site. I am in the consumer applet, and I have displayed here my website. Right off the bat, I want to point out the backend settings that you should be aware of in this particular section. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. Everybody's coming in now. And so this section here, you're always available to change your URL, your subdomain URL at any given time. So that has not changed with the new agent sites. It's something that we'll still be able to do. And as you do go through the journey of upgrading your agent site, it will ask you if you still want to keep your URL that you already had. Cool. So that's pretty simple. The other thing that we are still showing here is our app URL settings. Again, as you know, you all have unique app URLs branded to you. This is where you find it. So if I were to copy this and put it into a different browser, it would show my face. Your preferences here, you have a preference to always display Keller Home Loans, Keller Covered, which is homeowners insurance, and or neighborhoods. For anybody that is living in a rural area, this section is nice because sometimes it doesn't always read the neighborhoods appropriately from what I've discovered from people who do live in rural areas. So you can always turn those neighborhood boundaries off if you'd like, just a kind of FYI here. And then forced registration. Forced registration is great because this is an opportunity to either have a consumer look at no properties, 2 properties, 10 properties, or unrestricted. What that means is if I were to look at 2 properties, a forced registration form would pop up, and then it would encourage me to put my information in as a consumer. Where does that information go? It goes right to your command. It gives you a notification on your app, and you then have captured a lead. So this forced registration option was added because a lot of teams had asked for this functionality. A lot of teams and some solo agents too use a forced registration form to capture leads through Facebook ads, through Google ads, and so on. So just know that if you are exploring campaigns, the new campaign section is awesome because it does offer you a way to use your own forced registration form. And this is a section where you would go and set perhaps no property viewing so that every lead has to enter their information. All right. So I gave you a lot there. This is, again, just the beginning. So what kind of questions do you have on this settings page so far that I just covered? Any questions?
No, even though I missed most of it.
Hi, Richard. It's good to see you.
Hi,
Okay,
you too. Yeah. Out of one
no,
Zoom into the next.
yep. No worries. It's recorded for a reason. Okay.
Leslie, this is Karen King. I'm just wondering what's the current best practice on forced capture?
2.
2.
Yeah, 2 properties. Because you want to give them just a little bit, and then they decide to put their information in. And that response, the 2 properties, comes from a lot of mega agents who have told me that's what they do.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so now let's get into the nitty-gritty. I'm going to click on edit my website. And this, my friends, is where I really want you to start paying attention to, because this is a whole new look. And it's almost like relearning how to customize your site. So I'm going to keep it super simple for you so that you can do the basic things. I'm also going to give you options to create blogs on your own with using ChatGPT. And I'm also going to show you the other types of functionalities that you can utilize to set your agent site up for success. So right off the bat, as you can tell, this is a brand new look. I believe this is emulating WordPress. So for anybody who is familiar with WordPress sites, this is kind of very similar ground. And yet, if you're not, I'm going to cover all of it. So I'm going to just show you these buttons here. As you can see, this says Quick Start. Quick Start literally means if I wanted to create a blog post, I can click here. If I wanted to add an image to my library, I can also click here. If I wanted to quickly add a testimonial, I would go here. And if I also wanted to add any video to add to my agent sites, this is another way to add a quick video that I could pull into a blog or any other page that I have created. Okay. So look at this and know that if you want to quickly do something, this is where you need to go. Now, what I
Yes.
like to do, yes, hi, somebody want to say
Hi.
something?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I am really confused about something in here because I've written,
Yeah.
I don't know, 4, 5, 6 blog posts so far, and I cannot get a picture to attach. So there's no thumbnail. So am I going about it the wrong way by clicking on blog post here?
Perhaps, yeah. So I'm going to go through where to really begin, and this is here. These quick start buttons, I believe, are still really valuable for you. And yet I think foundationally, we need to start here. Okay, so we're going to start here. So I'm going to start at the About the Agent link. I'm just going to simply select and click, and this is going to open us up to this new view. Now, for those of you who have been with us, this is pulling from your marketing profile. Okay, so marketing profile in command. Been talking a lot today. So on the left-hand side of the screen, I'm going to select agent profile and just show you that you can either display it or hide it. All right. We're going to click on agent details and I can either display it or hide it. So what I like for you to do is know that in order to edit this information right now, you will have to go back into your marketing profile inside command. Okay. It's pretty simple. Marketing profile can be found here. So for those of you who just need a quick memory jog of your memory, I'm going to select settings. We're going to head to connect settings, and there lies your marketing profile. So all this information is pulling automatically through from here. So if you want to add or change anything, do so here. Okay. All right. Let's go back. So I'm going to head to my preferred vendors. My preferred vendors is a great way to add your vendors to your site. And of course, as you're wondering, well, why did we add this functionality, is because we had a lot of feedback that people wanted their vendors to be displayed on their site. So I'm going to teach you how to do that very simply here by clicking on this link. Do you see this link? I'm going to select this link here, and it's going to pop us open to a new page. All right. I find this very simple and easy to use. And so I'm going to just show you quickly and simply here how to add a vendor. First and foremost, you could add a vendor up here by clicking on this button up here. So I can do this per vendor. So let's pretend I have a plumber. Plumber Plus. I'm going to add their name and perhaps an email.
I
Yeah.
Hey, Kristen, I missed the link that you clicked. It's under my preferred vendors, and I
And
see.
it says my link. It's in that description. It's black in that copy.
Oh yeah, so the big thing that says link.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I got it. Thanks.
Okay, great. Vendor type, there's a list of vendor types in here that you can just either search by typing, or they're in alphabetical order. And then you can type in the county that they're located in. Add vendor. All right, so now you can see that my vendor is added. And I know for those of you who have been in this industry for a while, you're like, but I have a list of vendors. Can I just import them? Yes, you can. So I'm going to select add vendor again and show you where that lives. Right here where it says add multiple vendors. So as I select add multiple vendors, then you can drop a CSV file here to upload all your vendors. So then you don't have to do it manually. It'll save you time. It does give you kind of some disclaimers. So if you are going to use a template, make sure you download it here by just simply clicking on download. And then it gives you some information here, like don't change the name of the file, do not change the format. Make sure that it may, just know it may take it from 48 to 72 hours before you see your vendors. And then just giving you some clues here so that it will import correctly. Okay. So vendors. Now, the really cool thing about this is when they are displayed on your site, you can drive traffic to that page and think about it with I'm going to just put my marketing hat on. Okay. So a lot about me is just I have a background of marketing and branding. And so if I was doing like a Facebook post around this, I would create a really nice image. I would promote my value proposition as a realtor and add, hey, to my friends on Facebook, I just want to invite you all to be a part of my VIP vendor list. So for those homeowners out there that need a plumber or an inspector, a handyman or whoever that is, you can do that on social, lead them to your vendor page, and they can literally see all of your vendors posted on your page. They'll be able to click, they'll be able to ask you questions. It's really awesome. So as I just added a vendor to my page, and it does say that it takes about 48 hours to be displayed. We'll just go and look if it's displayed yet. No, it's not. So that's okay. But this is again.
Can you add
Yeah.
their logo in? Sorry, I stepped away for a second, but
It's okay.
is there a way to put their logo in there, or is it just
Yes.
a generic box? Like,
Yes, there is. Great question. So let me go back. Where was I? So here's that link again. I'm going to click on it and then I'll show you. It's really cool. You can place their logo. You can place their URL. So I'm going to go back and edit Plumber Plus and show you. There's our vendor URL section and then their logo section. Cool.
Leslie,
yeah.
Yes.
if whoever contacts a vendor through your website, is that vendor notified where the referral came from?
You are notified. And the biggest thing is there's two options actually. So one is to ask you questions. So get in touch and you'll get a notification that somebody's asking about a vendor in your KW Command app and also KW Command. So then you'll get that person's information. And there's another section I wish I could show you that they can directly go to that vendor's site. So for instance, if you want to ensure that vendor gets that information, I would place this URL on a forced registration form to their site. So really there's no tracking to know that they are going to be on your site to them. However, you'll see who has registered to your vendor. So check this out, watch. So I'm going to close. And I gotta also watch my time here too, because I want to show you all of the functions on your sites today. So let's go back. So this section here is going to bring you back to your dashboard. And there is truly a dashboard for your vendor section for you to see your vendors. And then, oh, excuse me, let's go back here. Hold on, guys. That was not where I wanted to go. 1 second. Okay. Where I wanted to go is here. There is a section where it shows like who has registered, and I'm not sure why it's not displaying. 1 second. Let's go all the way back out. And all the way back out. As you know, this is brand new. So again, sometimes we have to go back to the very beginning. So let me go back. We'll go here. And they could have also updated the dashboard too. Yeah, it's not showing. Okay, so excuse this demo. However, this is how our technology is always consistently moving. There is a way to see who has registered to your vendors, and then your list will be displayed in this section. And I'm not sure why it's showing in this section. So I'm going to click here, utility providers in, view my vendors, vendors. Huh. They might have just changed this, you guys. Hold on. So this section is vendors that are already built in. So what I'm going to do here is copy this URL. I'm going to place it in the chat for everyone to just go, for you to go explore it on your own. So go click on that link for me, will ya? That would be great. So this essentially is my vendor page, but because it's taking time to upload my vendor list, it's not displaying the vendors. But what it's doing is categorizing vendors by category. So I could literally copy this link, create a Facebook post around it, and then show everybody all my vendors. But you have to upload all your vendors, right? Does that make sense? So this is kind of the end result here.
If you do something like that, will someone be served vendors based on their geographical location? Or is it around our location?
It's around your location. It's around where your vendors are located, I guess. That's a really good question. So, you know, you would have to be purposeful if you wanted to do some farming in that particular area. I have a vendor in Denver, I have a vendor in Highlands Ranch, I have a vendor in Littleton, right? Where do you want to do business, or where perhaps do you want to drive to show a home?
This
Okay.
would be good for any geographic farming.
Yes.
So thanks.
Yes. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Hamburger on the left-hand side gets you back to where we need to be. So left-hand corner of my screen is there. I'm going to click there, and I'm going to go to organization site and leave this section. So get your vendor lists, get them updated, go back and add them to your site. Okay. All right. So KW logo rather will get you back to your dashboard. All right, you guys, here we go. My homepage is where we're headed next. This section is cool because it's going to always display what we're changing at any given moment in time. As you can see on the right-hand side, this is a section that we'll be customizing today. I'm going to essentially walk you through all 4 of these. So bear with me. I'm starting at number 1. Number 1 is where we can actually display or change this image. So these images that are being carouseled on your landing page of your search screen, what I'm about to teach you is how to change these images. You follow? So see those reoccurring images that are going through? All you do is this. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can search your image here by clicking on this image hero. KW has already added all of these images here for you to use. So if you choose to use them. So perhaps I want to use this one. It's going to then change that image to the one that I chose. I can also upload images of my own, customize them, and bring them in here as well. The required measurement for your images, write this down, is 3600 by 2700 pixels. 3600 by 2700 pixels. All right. Now, I'm going to come back to command. I'm leaving this section open for a reason, and I'm going to show you where you can find and create your own custom images and designs to change that image or one of those images. So I'm going to head into designs right here, and I'm going to select create design and then social. All right. Quick way to find a hero image, because that's what that image is called. Those images that slide on that search, those are called hero images. So I'm going to type in hero images at the top so we can quickly get there. So you have all these other options to use. You can customize and change these photos. So go in and play. I'm not going to go through this right now just because of the sake of time. And I want to also show you another way to create your own blank image and not use a template image by going to starting from blank. So what we're going to do is head to, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Hold on, guys. Where did my create button go? Is it hiding? Oh, goodness. Here, we'll go like this. Hero images. And we'll just use this one. Does anybody have any questions while I look? If you click on a section that doesn't have a vendor, it gives a message, seems like we need to do some more research. Yes. Click the button below and a research team will research and get back to you. Then a red button requests vendors. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thanks for that, Amy. Good to see you here. All right. I'm going to move on. So as you can see, there's obvious ways that you can create your own. Here we go. There it is, my projects. Okay, so my projects, you could start from blank is what I wanted to show you. And I'm going to select a custom size. So what I told you was 3,600 by 2,700. And then I can click create. Or I can come back here and search formats, hero, site hero images, there it is. So now it's going to bring me to a blank slate. I can then come in here and use some stock images. By the way, this was like the #1 request that a lot of agents wanted to have, was to customize that image. So I hope that I'm filling that blank in for you right now. I'm going to type in house just because I want a house to be displayed and also add it here. I'm going to also just show you that you can do this quickly by just finding the house that you would like for that house to be displayed and adding it over here on the right. So I'm going to say, I'm going to use this, this little square button. It says use as background. It's going to display here. And then all I'm going to do is download it as a PNG to my computer. All right.
How do you know that meets the crop requirement?
Because it's already resized as my hero image in designs. Yeah, so that was just like a quick way to show you that you can use that custom way, or you can create your own from blank. All right. Great question. So here, we're gonna go back to the site, and all I'm gonna do is upload file. I'm gonna choose my file. And then from there, we'll add it. So we'll just add this one for grins. Now I can write an internal name for it. So perhaps this image is something that I'm going to use in a lot of my branding or blogging and all over my website. So I can type an internal name for it. Otherwise, we're just going to click upload. All right. So there it is. So I have 4 images to carousel through our sites. And just remember that you also have the opportunity to drag and drop these around in different order. So if I wanted this one first, I would move it here, or perhaps this one second, I would move that there. So dragging and dropping these images in whichever order you prefer is also available to you. All right. Now we're going to move on to this section. See where it says homes under 700,000? Guarantee yours doesn't say that because I customize it, and I'm going to show you how to. This is just another quick and simple way to really land your leads to where you want them to click. You can also do whatever you want here. So perhaps you want to feature all the listings that you have active under your name on your site. You can do that. All right. So I'm going to show you how to do that here by simply typing what you would like to change. So where it says title, this is where I placed homes under 700,000. And you're thinking, wow, well, hopefully homes under 700,000 display. And they are actually, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Perhaps you want to display a specific city or area of homes that want to be featured on carousel on your landing page here as well. You can do that. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. In this particular example, I have actually chosen just a location. So right here where it says location center point, this is the center point of Denver. All right. If I wanted to do homes in California, I could. If I wanted to do homes in Texas, I could. You choose which area. All right. Denver was a quick and easy way to do that. The maximum number of displaying information here is up to you. So if you want to display 30, if you want to display 50, and there's also a search radius here as well. So if we were to drop a pin in Denver, the radius around Denver would be 25 miles. Perhaps I wanted to increase that to 50, I could by changing that to 50. I can also sort by listing. So what I'm showing you right now is like, you are literally customizing almost like a home search criteria for somebody for the homes that are being featured on your site. So you get to be as really granular as you wish. You can do low to high, high to low, days on site, oldest to newest, living area, low to high, recently updated. Recently updated is like for something that like literally just hit the site, okay? Now, for those of you who are wondering, hey, I also want to include my featured listings, you can do that here by simply clicking on the plus button. Pretty easy. And all you would do is type in your listing address. Now they have to be active, an active listing. Actually, I take that back, and it can also be a sold listing. So as long as it's sold recently in the last like year, it will display. Cool. Listing categories. So there you are. Say for sales.
What about pending and that sort of thing?
Right here. Yep. So check this out. So we have for sale, sold, rented, rent. You can also do active, pending, or coming soon.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. And then down below here, you can be really purposeful. Houses, apartments, townhomes, condos, as you can see. I can select a few of them, all of them, one of them, you choose. So as I'm selecting, you'll see on the right-hand side that it's displaying and changing. You can even get as purposeful with how many bedrooms, bathrooms, square feet, you name it. And like I said, mine says homes under 700. My price max can be 700. Cool. Another lovely thing that I love about this is I can actually, you can put keywords in to filter those homes, such as luxury homes, ranch style homes, 3-story houses, like maybe it's 2-story houses. So as I do this, my my search is going to change over here. Cool. And there it goes. And there you go. See that lot and land showed up too, because I had chosen that in my search. All right. So now I've just taught you so far how to add vendors. We'll just go over this quickly. Add vendors. I've taught you how to customize your homepage and ensure that you have all your marketing profile updated in your marketing profile section. We've also discussed how to change your featured homes in the featured home section of this area. Now I'm going to talk to you about featured testimonials. Very simple and easy. Just like our legacy sites, you have the control to enter your testimonials. So copy and paste those testimonials from your already existing site into a Word doc so that you could come back in and just add them simply so you don't have to reach out again. However, reaching back out is good because that's like a warm touch, and checking in on a past client is always beneficial. So 9 is a maximum that you can display for testimonials. You can add oldest to newest, and then you can filter here by city or star rating, zip code, state. Now, how you add a testimonial in the back end is what I'm about to teach you. So I'm going to click on this plus button, and we're going to click on the search rather. And this is where you would add a new testimonial. See that button here, new testimonial? I'm going to select there. Yes, you'll be able to access this class Great information. Thank you, Anne. Awesome. And are you gonna give yourself a 1-star rating or a 5-star rating? Hopefully you give yourself a 5-star rating. All right. And if they didn't give you a 5-star rating, then you just rate yourself and then put their testimonial in, right? And perhaps you didn't say, give me a 5-star. Can you please provide us a star rating? You get my idea here. Just trying to make light of this.
Has
there-
anything been discussed about having verified testimonials instead of just making up your own?
No, but I would say that it's like, hopefully you do, what is that? What is that rule? The honor roll.
Well, yeah, hopefully, but
Yeah.
okay.
I mean,
I used to run a business. We had verified testimonials.
yeah. No,
Third-party
that's a
verified.
really good question. And yeah, I don't think we have that here. But we can also have somebody input a testimonial from our website so that it gets displayed. And perhaps you're like, ooh, I don't want that displayed. Then you would just toggle on or off. Okay. Now, getting back to site here, you'll see where this will live under more, leave a review. So there it is. There I am. There's a star rating, first name, last name. And of course, back here, you can also say, you don't always have to provide the last name. Okay. But very similar to our legacy sites where we were able to say client since 2018 or whatever. All right. And then all you would do is click publish. Once you click publish, then you'll have a drop-down list here. See how it says Leslie Peck? That's my maiden name, by the way. I have placed my testimonial on my site and it displays here. So I can choose to not display this or not. So as testimonials come in, they will be displayed in this list. Therefore, then you can add them to be displayed or not. Make sense? This little multi-sort gives you the option to also shuffle through your testimonials to see which one you want to display. All right, moving on, because we have only 15 minutes left, and this section is fun because it's called My Blog. Keller Williams has added their own variations of blogs for you, written by them and posted for you on your site. Now, if you choose to not use them, you can take them down. That's totally fine. Like, you make it yours. But for those of you who really wanted it, just know that there are about 4 blogs that are being displayed on your new agent site right now. You have the control to remove them, like I said, or add more. So I'm going to show you how to add more. And perhaps you're thinking, oh my gosh, I do not have time to write a blog. Of course you don't. You're busy. So I'm going to click on the search button here. There are the list of the blogs that I have also created, and as well as Keller Williams. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to select new blog. Excuse me. And we're going to use some AI today. You guys excited about AI? I am. I'm using ChatGPT specifically, and I'm going to show you how to create a blog here very easily. So perhaps it's a market update. As you can see, there's a Fort Collins real estate market update that I asked ChatGPT to write for me. Who here? I have a lot of people in Colorado Springs. So I'm going to say, please write a real estate, please write a blog about the real estate market in Colorado Springs. And you can be even more specific if you want. So we're going to let that happen. I see some things in the chat here. Karen, you said I set a max of 700, but the ones that I listed are higher. Probably because my word search of luxury threw it off, I'm assuming. But play around with that and double check to see that it's displaying the right things. Good catch. Navigating the peaks and valleys, a deep dive into Colorado Springs real estate. I know, this is so great. So watch this, check this out. So I'm gonna come in here and go over back to my already open page, and I'm gonna paste this. God, it took me hours. Whew. That looks like an hour, like hours of work, doesn't it? Now, of course, you could come in here and clean this up. You can also grab this title here and copy it there. So make it yours, right? There's also options to add images, links, videos, all the things. So there it is. And the beautiful thing is, this is a landing page. I'm going to click publish. So now we're going to head back to my site and I'll show you what it looks like. And of course, as you know, I didn't make it as pretty as I possibly could just because of the sake of time. But it's really nice because now I have all the options. So like I could add images. I can click read more. I can also just use this URL as a Facebook post, shorten it to track changes. Yes, Richard, do you want to say something?
I'm dying to say something, you know. I've done this several times. I cannot get a thumbnail to show up on my blog page.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, you didn't either on yours that you just showed. I can get images and even videos to embed in the post, but there's no thumbnail to go with it.
Did you go here into to Hero?
I haven't done that, no.
Let's go try it. Let's go choose a hero image. What do I have on my desktop? Let's use this one. Okay, did you see where I went?
Not really.
Hero.
Okay.
Okay. Publish. Make sure you hit publish. Let's see if that worked. Let's go back. A lot of people coming in and out, leaving possibly. Yeah, this is it for the class, just so you know. Let's see if we have that image hero displayed. Give it a refresh. It's not displaying. You're right.
Mhm.
I wonder why. I wonder if it's a bug. It could be a bug. Wait, let's see. Hold on. Please fix this error. Hold on. See if that worked. There it goes. There it goes. I had an error. So check this out. Let's see if that worked. Did it work?
Not yet.
It didn't, did it? Hey, this could be a ticket for support.
Okay, I actually reached out to okay, I'm drawing a blank on their names, but Scott
Scott Leroy.
yeah. And I didn't really get a clear answer on this, so maybe you can run this up the flagpole too.
For sure. This is
Why
great.
don't you look at one of the existing blogs and see how that setting is on their thumbnail pages?
Hey, that's a great idea, Ben. Let's do it. I love that idea. Let's go. Let's get back here and let's see. Let's show us how it's set up. I don't think so. It's not going to show us how that was set up. I'm going to run this back to the team, see what's going on here, and explore more for you guys on that image that's showing up. Thanks for bringing that to my attention, Richard.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
I
And
was
yes,
lost on that.
yeah, and as we navigate, this new functionality, we learn as we go, and also things can come up. So at any rate, I would use the blog posts anyway. And what you could to circumvent just like not showing that logo or that photo that you want to display, I would just read that. I would just land your leads right to your blog page anyway, so that they don't have to go searching for your blog. Like if I were to go write about the market in Colorado Springs, I would just land them to that blog page anyway, so that they don't miss that, I guess, the look of that image missing.
You know, not only when I've written these and had no thumbnails, when I've gone to
Yeah.
post it on social media, it
Yeah.
gives some other random image and
Interesting.
pops it in there. So yeah, it's a deeper problem than just no thumbnail.
Perhaps. I'll go explore this, you guys, and run it up the chain. Richard, send me an email.
Okay. Do I
Yeah,
have
send
your
me an
email?
email so that I can use you as an example as well.
Okay. I will. I'll send you an
Okay.
email.
Perfect.
Thanks.
All right, you guys, let me make sure that I was able to cover everything today. And then just place in the chat if you found this beneficial. Did you learn a lot today from this class? And are you going to go back and do some things with your site? Place in the chat what you learned. You're welcome. Thank you. Blogs, yay, Lee. Thanks for shouting that out. Yes, blogs are cool. You can just go tell ChatGPT to make you look like a pro. All the AI, all the info was great. Thanks, Tracy. Okay, you guys. Well, I'm gonna let this video convert and I'll add it to the Colorado Regional YouTube page. For those of you who, thanks, Casey. I saw that you came. Thank you. For those of you who want like a one-on-one or more, explore more information around your agent site, or perhaps just help with command, reach out to me, Leslie Jackson at kw.com, and it's LESLEY. All right, you guys, have a great day. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.